My daughter walked in holding her computer and was pretty upset, pretty worried about it because there was no power. The power would not turn on. And she handed me the computer and says, "Dad, I just don't know what to do." So I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and one of the things that I want to make sure that you do in being deliberate is actually choosing power. Now I'm going to explain that, but let me finish this story first. So the idea, what happened is we had to end up taking the computer back off. It was a laptop, so we took the back off the computer, or the bottom off the computer, and had to unplug and reset the battery. What we found is that the plug going from the battery to the computer was loose, and so it would kind of jiggle and then it would stop working. She said it had happened one other time, but this time it never came back on. So what we did is we unplugged it, we completely reset it by actually pushing the power button for 15 seconds so that it would reset and all the static electricity would be gone. Then we plugged it back in and made sure it was nice and secure, and then put the back on. And what came on is the computer now worked without problems because it had power. So what I'm inviting you to do is choose power. And there's two key pieces to this that when you're choosing power. One is you want to choose a good source of power. Where I get my power, where I consider the best source of power, is going to God, going to a divine being, God in my case. And what that does is that gives me a connection to the power that runs the world, basically. And so that's a key piece that I want to make sure that you do. By connecting with God, by allowing him to be part of your life, you'll have significantly more power than you'd ever have by yourself. The second is you're going to choose power within yourself as well. There is a process. There's a concept called flow, where if you can get your body to go into flow, you have access to superhuman abilities. You have access to power where you can do things 500 times faster. You can do things that were previously thought to be impossible because you access that true power. And what happens is you're using 5 neurotransmitters all at the same time to get the highest benefit from your brain and the highest benefit ultimately from your body by accessing this power. So number one, you want to access God and make sure that he is your true source of power. And number two, you want to stop limiting yourself by choosing the power of flow and getting yourself into the process where you can do things at a superhuman rate, a superhuman power. Just like we had to plug in that battery and make sure it stayed connected, you need to connect to both these forms of power to truly be able to accomplish what you want to and reach your goals, live your dream, and enjoy an extraordinary life. I invite you to choose to be deliberate in your life. Choose to be concordant. Choose to be extraordinary.